Elden Ring DLC Shadow of Erdtree finally arrived. In order to play Shadow of Erdtree, you need to defeat Radahn and Mohg. The Land of Shadow, which is the DLC area, can be accessed by interact with Miquella's hand in a cocoon in Mohg's palace. The scenery and enemy design in the DLC is really very beautiful, but the game is very challenging because the changes of the AI of the enemy. They are much more aggressive compared to the base game, and they deal a lot damage. I created this video to share with what you could do during the first few hours to make your life easier in this very challenging DLC. I will try to make this video very brief, as I hope I can release this video earliest as possible so it will help make your life easier during the early stage of the game. First of all, there is separate leveling system in the DLC. You will be given Scadutree Fragment to make your character stats stronger with Scadutree Blessing. The Scadutree Blessing only works in the Land of Shadow. If you travel back to area of the base game, Scadutree Blessing will have no effect. You can see the effect of Scadutree on my character stat page. Those amber color text are the effect of Scadutree Blessing. You can see the difference when I travel back to the base game level. You can become more power by collect more Scadutree fragments and level up the Scadutree Blessing. Same goes for the Revered Spirit Ash, which make your Ash summon more powerful. The purpose of Scadutree Blessing and Revered Spirit Ash is to help your character to tackle the very challenging DLC content without make you overpower when you are back to the base game. It also allows you to tailor-make your game difficulty, as you can choose not to use them if want the game to be more challenging. As you can find more Scadutree Fragment and Revered Spirit Ash throughout the map, you can choose to ignore the difficult enemy you encountered earlier. After you have upgraded your character with more Scadutree Blessing, then only you return to the enemy you struggle with. This same as we ignore the Tree Sentinel in the earlier game, and only return to beat his ass after you fully upgraded your weapon and character. Secondly, is if you struggle in surviving enemy attack in your early game, I strongly suggest you change the weapon type from what you were using in the base game. Respect your character at Renala's place in order to meet the requirement of using the weapon type. For myself, I was using River of Blood with the character I prepared for this DLC. I was struggling for survival during the first few hours of gameplay. This is because enemies in the DLC are more aggressive, hit faster, and has a lot more variation of their attack. Therefore, slashing weapon like katana does not work so well, as the enemy will keep spamming their attack to overwhelm you. In my opinion, overhead and jumping attack works better. Therefore, weapon with this move set is easier to deal with the aggressive enemy. A big and long weapon like the Great Sword works best, as this weapon has longer reach and good suppressing power. This can punish the enemy, keep spamming their attacks on you. Big and long weapon can keep the enemy slight further from you when they are spamming skills. Always use jump attack on them when they are close, as they may miss many of the attack when you are on the air. Use your Ash of War when the enemy is slightly further, so you don't to get interrupted way casting skill. You can see my fight with Great Sword is easier than River of Blood when fighting the hyper-aggressive Horned Warrior. Blasphemous Great Sword is great in the Shadow of Erdtree, as it has wide area projectile which can suppress the enemy. It also heal you, as you will be constantly trading hit most time, and could run out of heal potion. The choice of weapon is just based on my own experience. When you progress further in your journey and become more familiar with the enemy attack, you will find your favorite weapon and prefer playstyle. Another mechanic you need to learn in the DLC is when fighting the hyper-aggressive like the Horned Warrior. You need to unlock your camera when he pushes you to a wall and spamming attack at you. It is because you won't be able to drink potion or trade attack with him, as he do more damage to you. If your locking is on when you roll, you will still at the corner, because you are just roll around him. By unlock your camera, you can roll to free space, and has chance to drink potion and hit him back. Third thing is, try not to play the DLC with high-level NG plus character. The DLC actually take your current base game, NG plus level, apply the damage modifier and defense stat to the enemies, or the boss. I die a lot more with my NG plus 7 characters, compared to the base game character which I am using. Last thing is put more defense in your character, level your vigor to the 60, which is the soft cap. You can use talismans include Dragon Crest, Green Shield Talisman, and Crimson Medallion for better survivability. When I play the DLC, I don't feel that the enemy has more HP, but they deal the way more damage. Therefore, more defense is better than more offense. Alright, that's all I would like to share with you on what is good to do during your first few hours playthrough. I will share more tips and gameplay walkthrough after I have completed my first playthrough. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribe to receive future update of my content of Elden Ring. Have a nice day.